Okay, so in this question, what we have here, we have a bell curve, which is a normal distribution in statistics. So what the question asked you, it says, in a survey of IQ scores, 1,200 people were recorded. Okay, so that's your sample size. The mean score was 100 points, so that's the mean IQ score. The standard deviation was 15 points. Okay, so your mean is equal to 100 points, and your standard deviation is equal to 15 points. Assuming that the IQ scores are normally distributed, so again that's this shape that we have here, normally distributed, the data are shown on the diagram below. So fill in the missing numbers on the horizontal axis. So what we have here, so we basically have a frequency distribution. So the frequency goes from high to low. And what you're being asked to do is you're being asked to fill in the boxes here below with scores. So we have one score here which is 85. So we can see here the mean is going to be the middle or the center tendency. Okay, so the vast majority of people will have, let's say, a mean score of 100 points in their IQ test. Then below that, then let's say, so you're going to have so many standard deviations away from that then on either side. So again, people that would be over on this side here would be scoring scores that are above 100 points, and then people on the left hand side would be scoring points that are below 100 points. So the mean value will be is the central tendency, so that goes in here. So it's 100. So then what we have is either side, so this is going to be one standard deviation either side. So it's going to be minus one standard deviation from the mean on the left and plus one standard deviation on the right. So this is going to be 2 standard deviations, and then this is going to be 3 standard deviations. So it's going to be minus 1, and then this one's going to be plus 1, plus 2 standard deviations, and then plus 3 standard deviations. So what does that look like? So a standard deviation is 15 points. So if we add one standard deviation to the mean, this is going to be 115. If we add 2 standard deviations, this here will be 130. And then 3 standard deviations is going to be 145. And likewise on the other end, if we minus 1 standard deviation, which is the standard deviation is 15, the IQ score will be 85. If we minus 2 standard deviations, so it's 2 times the standard deviation, which is 30, minus that from 100 is 70, so the IQ score will be 70. And then 3 times the standard deviation, so it's 3 15s, and if we minus that from 100, that's going to be equal to 55. It's going to be 55. So the answer to that question is this here. That's how you'd answer it.